All right. I was gonna talk about basically like I don't know, wait, a little bit higher there. Like intersectionality, sort of like disadvantage discrimination. Um, and it's there's this to certain degrees. I mean, essentially, like the idea is too is that a lot of people just have pleasure pets, like people that have pets for no no reason other than they're just ulterior motives. When there's like actual people with certain disabilities, like this is why we can't get a secular society in the third world because of selfish assholes who want to support the breeding industry because the breeding industry just feeds the prison pet industry, and those prison pets are then quote rescued by the greedy bastards, and those people they walk their dogs and feed their uh, lamb chops or whatever. And yeah, that's just the cycle. Just whatever, chop up 300 cows, throw them in 10 different bags. I don't know what the fuck they do. Make sure you put the bones, in the cement, and the circle of life goes on. I mean, obviously, uh, I'm just saying. I mean, why the fuck do we have pets, or why do we think that? Why do we think that we can have pets? I'm not hating on anyone that has pets. I'm just making a point. Like, how the fuck are we supposed to stop having kids if we can't even stop having pets? Especially people that don't even have disabilities or disadvantages, like your blindness or mentally ill. Um, because you deserve to have a pet, okay? Essentially, because a pet is for comfort and nothing else. Is like that's just pretty much it. Well, for some people, it could be a necessity. Like for people that actually have a real suicide issue. I'm not just talking about someone uh, like myself, who I don't have firsthand experience with suicide. I just know that I've felt it in my bones before, but I had to lose a serious amount of sleep. And then you have people who are like they actually have like an ulterior, not like for lack of a better term, like an ulterior motive to actually commit suicide. So there are people that can't stop committing suicide. So it's not a I mean it's no justice to say to those people, well, I'm my life is you know, important even to the extent that I can own a pet before you do or something like that. I mean, so it's just a terrible excuse. So this whole grinding game is a gut issue, and yeah, I mean, people just don't have any guts. I don't have any guts. I mean, I don't have any guts in the superficial way for not living in a house. I mean, a lot of alt rights think that we are going to, in here in the U.S., think that we're going to get vaxxed to death, and the people that are going to get vaxxed first are going to be the people living in apartment complexes. I know everybody in the whole world pretty much is getting vaxxed to death except for the U.S. It seems like, and okay, so everybody's saying we're next, and it's like now if you don't live in a house, well, fuck you, you're a traitor, you're just a commie asshole. You live in an apartment, you're just taking up space. We don't need you anyway. You're secondhand consumer. I don't know. You're just secondhand taxes to us. I don't even know. And it's like, how do these districts even build, or these cities even build to the extent where they are, and they don't even look like there shouldn't be this much traffic. I mean, there's just constantly traffic. I mean, but I'm just saying, like, and this is supposed to be built off what, like all of the tax dollars just in this town alone? No, I just, how is that possible? Hundreds or thousands of dollars. Let's just say thousands of dollars a day. Maybe if you're lucky, well, yeah, $100,000 a day. Well, easily 100. Okay, easily $100,000 a day. The city, my city has 100,000 people, so easily $100,000 a day they're making off of taxes. I mean, they're making that off of taxes, and $100,000 is a lot of fucking money. Okay, and just I would be careful to think about that. Like, think about what those taxes are really doing. $100,000 a day. That's like three surgeries in the hospital, something like something along those lines. So I mean, we're talking. This is like a vasectomy costs like $1,000. So yeah, we're kind of talking. I mean, that's seriously big money, and we just have this. It is excess, and that's what you're asking about. You're not asking about like you're not asking about an equation. I mean, we're not trying to solve this equation. It is a best proposal to work within ourselves, like work within the art of war or what have you, but just work on depopularization, or better habits, like better social economics, things like that, like Section 8 vouchers. You can't live with anyone, you can't move out, you can't have and nobody can move in, you can't have kids. Like, you can't add anybody to your lease. You're the only one. You should be the only one on the lease, or whatever you start off with, and it has to stay that way until you move out. And so Section 8 is essentially a good voucher. You either stay where you are or you move up. So Section 8 is a really good program, but people don't take advantage of it. I don't know. But I mean, everything costs a lot of money. Cars cost a lot of money. So, you know, my point is, Section 8 is kind of just a good example of how like efficiency can be made. But efficiency is not made in the pet game. But it's I mean, so those this is like I mean, I don't know how the instant runoff thing would be happening in, I guess, communism, when it seems like it's sort of happening here. We just have a lot of instant runoff supporting the libertarian agenda, just like all that. But I don't know. I've definitely said enough. It's just there's no point in having there's no point in having, I guess, democracy if you're not going to vote for everything that you want demand for. And so it just seems like people, wouldn't demand just not having pets, or only allowing pets to the disadvantaged, and its intersectionality, and it's blatant. And those people are more important than those people, because those people don't have the obligation for a pet, even though it's just it's just it's obvious they need the companionship more, because the negative and the positive schema is real. Nurture is real. When your brain develops, I mean, it takes like 21 days to form like new habits. So maybe you have a negative schema, and then law of attraction. Like, if you work really hard and you quit smoking or something like that, I mean, that stuff works. Um, and you can have a positive schema about things, or you can write. But yeah, I just lost my train of thought. Uh, it's just, so. I mean, people can't get that right. I mean, what else has been mentioned is cop criminalization. Nothing ever happens there. heavier laws on cops. Um, I mean, that's you're like saying, well, sometimes there's like the less authority equals more peace. Sometimes that actually helps because there's like less. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. But like profiling. But yeah. So I mean, how you ever gonna get to the how you ever gonna get to the vegan argument? Like, ooh, you're vegan. What does that mean? You have a vagina? Is vegan for vagina? Oh, so yeah. I mean, it's just really it's just really bad. And yeah, I'm, I mean, I'll say no more. I mean, I have the utmost respect for people that that work and try to make a living or try to inspire people for the better and try to make a change. But it's just everywhere you look, there is corruption. I mean, just me living here. Um, so I mean, this was a really shitty video, but yeah, I I don't really know what to make it on. I don't know. I'm just. I mean, you have a positive. You have your schema is positive enough to be able to go to work, or to work your whole life and retire, something along those lines, or to travel. I mean, I can't even travel. I mean, I got in a car today, and I just was getting nauseous straight away. I mean, I just can't even travel anymore. Like I can't ride a bike. Um, you know, and if I don't take this medication, like I mean, I'll feel it in my bones. Like I'm just gonna start losing sleep, and yeah, something's gonna happen. But people don't think along those lines. Like suicide is usually a when it's an option, it can become an addiction. So it's not really for people that are on the edge. It's not for people that are anti psychiatry, things like that. Um, but I guess the good news is that you can work on a negative schema. You can form better habits, whether it's through a pharmaceutical or without a pharmaceutical. You can still like form better thought patterns with a negative schema. Essentially, is what science says. But I think like if you can't do it without a pharmaceutical, then does that mean like your brain is broken? I mean, maybe. I don't think I could survive without pharmaceuticals. And it's like, oh, as soon as you take one, you're addicted for life, and I'd be out of there. I mean, these are just like plants. These are just like South American plants or something. Like grounded up into little pills. Um, they're just plants. The pills. I mean, what are we talking about here? Monkeys getting like tortured and stuff, like taking these pills. I don't even know. I mean, you see the monkeys getting like shocked and electrocuted or smoking cigarettes. I mean, we're talking about monkeys smoking cigarettes still. I'm just wondering, like, what the fuck are what the fuck are mice or monkeys doing, eating like fucking drugs, like essentially psychoactive plants, from the Amazon or something. It just doesn't make any sense, And then everybody is like in with everybody, like, oh, it's just so annoying. So yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. And yeah, so Yeah, but I don't know. It's I just don't feel like there's anything left. So yeah, I feel done. I feel broken. I feel like I feel like I've had a relapse. Um, but I I feel you know like I feel sound. I don't feel like fucked up or suicidal because like I'm taking like my medication, so yeah, I don't feel it in my bones, like losing all that sleep, like getting carried away with that. So I just feel like it's over. But it's like it feels good, and the solitude, it does feel good, and the solitude is um, like a good change. I mean, it's like it's almost like everything that I'd been wanting, except like there's just more things that I'd have to live with. Like I have to live with, I don't know, just facts of like daily thinking, and so I can still like get out and like just go to the store every day. Um, yeah, and I mean, I've just been eating vegan ice cream, vegan cheese, and vegan hot dogs, and like a diet or sugar soda, uh, like a little bit of peanut butter. I ate like salad for like a couple weeks straight when I got out of the hospital, and then I just didn't last, and I started kind of getting into bodybuilding or whatever. So, but I like that on this new drug that I'm on, and yeah, yeah, and I guess I'll show you this part too. Also, just got a I just got a fucking oh shit. Yeah, I had this pizza. This is like the second time. The second time I've had this vegan pizza because it's like so goddamn expensive. But um, my mom bought it for me actually, and so I just took advantage of that. And yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, it's like yeah, it's to die for actually. But yeah. So I don't know. I just got this thing. So I haven't even ran on it yet, but it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. It's a T6.7. T6.7. Oh no, it's a 2.6 actually. CHP. But yeah, I don't know. I was just always liked working out. Like I just never. I just always liked working out, um, and so it feels kind of like natural to me. It's kind of disgusting, but yeah. Uh, just people like people die from aesthetics. They starve themselves to death, or they take too many steroids, or whatever. But yeah, I'll